I'm Stephen Kinzer, author of The True Flag, Theodore Roosevelt, Mark Twain, and the Birth of American Empire. One fascinating thing that I learned during my research for this book is that the image I had of Mark Twain, who's one of the main figures in the book, was wrong, or at least very partial. I had imagined Mark Twain as Mr. Nice Guy, beloved by everybody, a gentle old man rocking on his front porch and telling funny jokes and writing witty novels. That was not Mark Twain. Mark Twain was a bitter, vituperative anti-imperialist. He said that he did not want the American eagle to be putting its talons into any other land. He said that Americans fighting in foreign wars were carrying a polluted musket under a bandit's flag. In fact, he wanted to change the flag of the United States to replace the stars with skull and crossbone symbols. When he introduced Winston Churchill at a dinner in New York, he got up and said, "Thank you, Mr. Churchill, for reminding us of the tie between Britain and the United States. And now that I've seen how brutally Britain has acted in South Africa, and I see how brutally we Americans are acting in the Philippines, I realize that we truly are kin. We are kin in sin." Mark Twain and Theodore Roosevelt were marvelously matched antagonists. Twain had tremendous sympathy for the native peoples for whom Roosevelt had nothing but contempt. Each of these two guys, however, understood each other's popularity, and they didn't want to attack each other in public, but we know what they thought about each other from their private writings and their comments. So Mark Twain described Theodore Roosevelt as clearly insane and undoubtedly the greatest catastrophe that has afflicted our country since the Civil War. Roosevelt returned the compliment by saying he would like to skin Mark Twain alive. So for me, one of the great, most fun discoveries of this book is the real Mark Twain. I feel that I've recovered some of that in this book. I conclude now that Mark Twain has been bleached. We've drained out some of the rough edges and the fascinating parts of his personality and his beliefs. Many of the quotes that I use in The True Flag from Mark Twain, you will not find in any biography or any anthology. This part of Mark Twain's life is something I hadn't known, and I'm thrilled to have been able to make it a central part of this book.